All right, my people, welcome back to another live stream. This is YaadBossTV. Now, as you guys can see, the title of this video, World War III. Is World War III imminent? Is World War III imminent? This is an early stream. We're trying the 12 o'clock hour and see how that work. Later on tonight, we're going to have another live stream where we're going to be doing call-ins, focusing mainly on the Jaden Smith case. But as Jamaicans seeing what is going on the global stage, I think this is something that we need to pay attention to. A lot of the times, whenever you see the news, you're not getting the full picture. So, is this war in Iran a holy war or a war about money? And will this actually escalate into World War III? Remember, Jamaicans are all over the world. And I really and truly want every single member in this live stream right here to watch the entire stream because some people are say it's a holy war. But really and truly, what is this war about? You remember what happened during 2020 when the big C hit the entire world and we all went and lockdown and had to wear masks, etc., basically controlling all our movements. So as human beings, as Jamaicans, me a beg you, me a want you pay attention and learn from what occurred in the past. And start preparing right now. The news media is not going to actually tell you exactly what is going on and what is to come, people. It is extremely important. This is global news, not just concentrated about Jamaicans. Not about Jamaica, but it's global. And why does this affect us? Because we're everywhere. And a lot of us is actually in the UK, and a lot of us is actually in America. Yes, my people. Let's play this first news clipping right here and hear what the American news media have to say about this escalation in violence in Iran.
As the war in Iran escalates, President Trump says the U.S. is ahead of schedule.
We projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that.
The administration said over the weekend that Iran was threatening U.S. forces. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio explaining it this way.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces.
Saying the U.S. had to move fast to avoid higher casualties.
The imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. We went proactively in a defensive way.
Democrats aren't buying it.
But if we equate a threat to Israel as the equivalent of an imminent threat to the United States, then we are in uncharted territory.
Overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaking on Fox News.
You're not going to have an endless war. This terror regime in Iran is the weakest point that it's been here.
Echoing Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who earlier insisted the war wouldn't be forever.
This is not Iraq. This is not endless.
But there has been mixed messaging.
The objective was not regime change. The objective was to take out those missiles.
On Saturday, the president said this to the Iranian people, suggesting regime change.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Now he's stressing 4 objectives for the U.S. mission: destroying Iran's missile capabilities, annihilating their navy, preventing Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, and ensuring they can no longer fund proxy terror groups outside.
All right. So, did Iran actually attack America? No. But there has been like a long-standing feud between Israel and the Palestinians. Remember how many years we're talking about, maybe over 50 years, of those two neighboring countries fighting over the Gaza Strip. And what occurred in the last couple of months? Basically, the US is actually running Palestine and the Gaza Strip. Now, why is the Gaza Strip so important? The Gaza Strip is extremely important for global shipping. So the underlying goal of that war was to control the entire Gaza Strip, yeah, to control the shipping lane. Now the question is, why Iran? Why did they actually go in and kill? They killed 40 leaders. They killed the Ayatollah, who is the supreme leader of Iran, right? Why do I have so much knowledge? I'm like a nerd when it comes to like geopolitical issues, right? And I find that it is my duty, yeah, if I'm running this channel right here, to inform my people them, not just based on, not just stuff that is going on in Jamaica, but globally that will affect us, because Jamaicans are all over the place. And I want you guys to stay tuned, because I'm going to play another video that is going to clearly explain, not from Yard Boss, but we're talking about from inside CIA agent, as to the reason for this escalation in the Middle East. So now, they went to Iran, yeah? Iran does not have any nuclear power right now, right? Any nuclear weapons. But China is actually flying in ammunition into Iran. So China is allied who have nuclear weapons. What you call it now? North Korea, one of them with Kim Jong-un there, yeah? They are allies with Iran. Pakistan is also allied with Iran. And those nations, they have nuclear weapons. Now they went in and they killed 40 of the leaders. Iran have millions of people. There is no way that those leaders will be in power without support from its citizens. There might be a small contingent of people in Iran that does not support the Ayatollah and the regime. But if 3/4 of the nation support the leader and them go kill the leader, what do you think gonna happen? What is going to happen globally? So really and truly, Jamaicans, if you know, remember World Trade Center, there's some Jamaicans who died in that attack, right? So if you want to live in America, I want to live in England, some of us even live in Israel, want to be careful when you're going out in the public. Be careful when you're going out in the public. We may not be feeling the economic pinch right now because it's fresh. It's only been less than a week. But eventually, right, I believe I checked and gas prices is actually spiking. Maybe not affecting the pump right away, right? But the price per barrel of oil is actually going up. And then that is going to trickle down to food, clothes, etc. Okay? So the longer this thing go on, the more increase in prices that we'll actually see when we go to buy goods and services. Goods and services. All right, my people. So I want you to continue to watch the entire stream. Is this war a holy war? I mean, the Jewish people then believe that they are the chosen people in this world, yeah. And the Iranians them say they want to wipe out the entire Israeli nation, right? But Israel itself, right, cannot fight the war and win against Iran. That is the reason why them calling for them big brother, the United States, to come help them. But my question to you guys, I notice that you not leave no thoughts in the comment section here, right? Because maybe this is something that is not quite understanding, saying that it's focusing on Jamaica, but this is global. What if there is a World War III? Most of my audience actually believe in the Bible and Bible prophecy, right? And we have never in my lifetime seen anything as big as this. When you go into Iraq and you go knock out, what you call it now, Saddam Hussein, it was not as powerful as Iran. Saddam Hussein not even close to being as powerful as Iran. So them get rid of Saddam Hussein because Saddam Hussein did not want to play ball. They got rid of Gaddafi because Gaddafi wanted to trade oil in his own currency or in African currency, getting rid of the US dollar. So him gone. Iran gone now. The leader of Iran gone now. Why? Is it a holy war? Or is it about money? And will this escalate into World War III? Let me pull up the next video on the screen. And then you guys decide, what is it? Is it about money? Have you guys ever heard of cryptocurrency? Have you guys ever heard of that before? Answer that question then. Have you guys ever heard of cryptocurrency? Have you ever heard of Bitcoin? Leave that in the chat. Ever heard of Bitcoin? Do you trade on the stock market? Do you have stocks and bonds? Maybe sooner or later, I know the whole way of the run will left foreign and go back to Jamaica because things is changing. Let's play this one here. And this that I'm about to play is directly from an ex-CIA mouth that is going to tell us the reason for the conflict in the Middle East. Remember, there was a general by the name of General Wesley Clark, okay? And he came out and he said that when he was there as a big wig in the US military, they came and they put on his desk a piece of paper that lists the nations that they're going to be attacking. Iraq was one. What you call it now? Libya was another one. Yeah. And the last one that was on the list was Iran. A lot of the people them who not really don't have an open mind, right? They believe say this war is to stop the Iranians from actually obtaining nuclear weapons. Or it's a holy war. Let us hear what is a white woman you have to say, an ex-CIA agent. We may have some ads. I'm going to try and skip the ads, but the people in a Yard Boss Nation, I want to know to pay close attention because you can't make the same mistake that we made during COVID. I don't even want to call the name. During the Big C in 2000. Do not make the same mistake. No, because say no bomb a leak where you live right now. That don't mean say you're not supposed to go out and get some canned foods. Foods where you don't even have to cook if electricity gone. Yeah? Go out and you get your goods them that can last for a good period of time, your rice and them thing there. Pay close attention with people and get ready for what is to come.
If you go back to 9/11 and when Wesley Clark said we're gonna invade 7 countries in 5 years, what you were talking about were the countries where those central banks were not on board to do programmable money. And their governance structures were not on board with essentially, because of Epstein, I'll call it the Rockefeller.
Let's stop it right there. So remember the question that I asked you, is this war a holy war? Is this war about stopping the Iranians from getting nuclear weapons? No, according to this person right here. This war is about consolidating central banks across the globe. It's a big money thing. And if you don't listen, you're going to pay. And that is exactly what the Ayatollah in Iran did. He paid with his life. He paid with his life. And where me that think? You know, no nuclear weapon, them not afraid of you. If you do not have any nuclear weapons, superpowers don't afraid of you. And not only that, if you don't have the, what them call it now, the ICBM or whatever that is, that long distancing thing where you can actually launch a nuclear weapon and hit anywhere in the world, them not afraid of you. And them go for him, and within 1 day, in gone. 1 day, in gone. But there is 3/4 of the nation that supported this man. So it nah go so. It nah go so. Them a bomb up everywhere. Them a even a bomb up them own, what you call it, neighboring countries, because them say them support the US. And you want to see the amount of weapons the man them have underground. Them all have drones, unmanned drones, where them just fly. Like them have bombs in the drones. Them just fly it, go anywhere and go drop bomb. Let's continue to listen. So it's not a holy war. It's not about nuclear. It's all about the Benjamins. Not physical cash, but a cashless society that similar to what we have with the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency. Continue. It's not from my mouth. I just want to educate my subscribers to fully understand what is going on in our world. Let's continue.
Rothschild model. There was an effort to say, okay, we're going to basically assert control of the central banks in those countries. That's my interpretation. And I think one of the reasons we're seeing so much tension around Iran is because Iran right now is the big leakage in the system.
How?
So,
it's not about their nukes?
No. So, well, Iran's central bank counts. One of the reasons it counts is because their oil and energy is very important.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
Some ads in this
Base
video,
44.
I'm going to skip us,
including for China.
Yeah.
And that's very important in the BRICS system. What the BRICS system is trying to do is to create independent payment systems. But if you're going to come out with programmable money, with digital IDs that are interoperable globally, and programmable money that controls in each jurisdiction centrally, you can't afford leakage. And so you've got way too much leakage in the system to proceed with what they're trying to do. And Iran is...
Let me just break it down so even a baby can understand what she's trying to say here. So remember, when we said earlier, Gaddafi, he was selling his oil and not using the US dollar. Remember, the US dollar is the global reserve currency. And anybody, when I play ball, bombs are going to drop on them head. And it's the same thing that the Iranians were doing, moving away from the US dollar and trading oil in a different currency. I believe they were actually selling oil in the Chinese currency. And them now play ball with America. You remember, President Trump give them a deal and say you have until this day to accept the deal. Them never accept the deal. And him bomb them. I believe he gave them a deadline because there was an official from Iran came out and said, but this man didn't even give us a chance to accept the deal. Like him set the deadline and 2 days after, him bomb them. So the deadline was after the bombing. Yes, them take too long. I guess he wanted them to accept it right on the spot. Let's continue what she have to say.
And the BRIC nations are a sticking point. And certainly Iran's oil, feeding China gives China greater independence.
So you think that one of the motives behind toppling all these governments was the creation of the control grid we're talking about now?
Right. So if you go back, so you had the wonderful Richard Warner on your show. Yeah. And Richard has a book called The Princes of Yen. which is about the sort of effort to take over the Japanese central bank. And I think what you're looking at, I think part of the state of play with both Russia and Iran is how are you going to make sure that those central banks are entirely in the system?
So, yeah, that was an amazing interview. And he told the story about writing this book on the Japanese central bank. I can't imagine a more obscure topic from my non-economically minded standpoint. It'd be like writing a book on postcards from the Falkland Islands. It's like, okay, a book on the Japanese central bank. And he said, well, actually, they suppressed it. I couldn't get it published in the United States, and you can't get a copy. And that's like checkable. So I checked it. You can't get a copy of that book. It's really hard.
You can. I think you can order from its publisher right now.
Okay.
Right.
But, I mean, like, why would someone try to suppress a
because
book?
It shows you the true, it takes you right into the secret governance system, and it shows you the
Guys, again, the reason why I'm showing you this is actually Tucker Carlson, right? He was a big thing on Fox News, okay? This information, yeah, you're not going to get it if you turn on TVJ or CVM. You're not going to get it. All you're going to get from them, the news publication, is what the mainstream media is pushing. Is what the mainstream media is pushing. Una stay informed. Una don't look on it and be like, oh, them just have drop a little bomb. Them the Arabs there. When you go down there and you go fight with them, they remember this for generations upon generations. Them not forget. They do not forget. Imagine 9/11 times 20 in America. Right now, Americans are walking around the place and not paying attention to the warnings even from the White House and from the government. You know where them come out and say? Them tell we say, we must be on high alert. Yes, high alert. And people are just driving and doing their own thing. Them not going to catch me off guard, you know. They're not going to catch me off guard at all. You know what me learned during COVID? When everybody are run out and I buy toilet paper, me are going at the supermarket them and I say, hey, everybody are run, go get toilet paper. Wanna leave on the thoughts in the comment section. Everybody are run and I go get toilet paper. And me say, watch ya, toilet paper empty. Canned goods full up, galore. Me have a little pantry. You know, well, we created a little pantry in the basement. We're talking about months upon months worth of supply. At least 6 months to a year worth of supply of food. Ketchup, rice, flour. You know, flour will have like a weevil in it, right? But canned food, beans, lentils, because you have to have like a protein. Lentils is a very, very good one to like stockpile, right? And you also have like soup, right? Like them ready-made quick soup. Even if electricity gone, right? Guess another thing we want to need to have in our yard. We are Jamaicans, right? If we don't live a foreign, we need a coal stove, okay? We can have a coal grill, like we can, yeah. And even if you can't find coal, make sure you know how to actually chop down a tree so you can burn the limbs from the tree. Okay, because if there's an attack on the grid, what you gonna do? You can't cook, you can't make fire. No, sir. You have to be resourceful. That is the reason why I'm bringing this to you, because the global elites, they can plan, but the plan may not work. What happened in 2020 did not work. That they roll out there with them come and them try inject everybody. It did not work. It failed because there was a resistance. People rebelled. Remember, the power is still with the people. People rebel. You know much people them tell so them can't, if them not take it, then can't walk. Huh? And remember, when them say, boy, I never say the word, because me no want them go take down this live stream, yeah, right? Remember them say, do not, even family members, even some people when me know, I may not talk to them today. Them say, if you not get the joke, you can't come on my yard. That's what them look at me and say, no. If you not take the joke, you can't come on my yard. But the question is, who was right? A lot of people take it because they believe they had no other choice. But majority of the people resisted and did not take it. Majority didn't take it. And this right here that is going on, right? Remember, they tried to introduce digital ID in Jamaica. Majority of the people in Jamaica rejected it. And it's going to come back again. Imagine a world where if you is a rebel and you go to the supermarket and you go swipe to buy food and them say you're not allowed to buy anything, mister. Imagine that world. That is a reality in China right now. That is a reality in China. China is on board with everything that the globalists are doing. China is a testing ground for that. They are 100% on board. Even though you may see them fly little weapons in Iran, they're on board. They're on board. Maureen, big up yourself. All right, let's continue. I want to pay attention, Yard Boss family. We have another live stream that is coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, right? We're testing out this 12 o'clock hour here. But I didn't do a live stream last night, and I say, you know what? This is on my mind. This is on my mind, and I know I have a lot of subscribers who live in the UK, right? There's Jamaicans all in a bar, rain, and run up and down the place. Yeah, Jamaicans in a bar, rain, and run up and down the place. We have a lot of Jamaicans in the hospitality sector, in Dubai, in all of them areas there. Yeah, bombs are drop over there like rainwater. All right, let's continue and hear what this lady have to say right here.
The primary mechanism by which they implement policy.
Yeah. Well, it's always the things you're not allowed to say are probably the important things, right? I mean, whenever they penalize you for having a thought, you're probably on the right track.
Well, it's one of the critical train tracks of control. So it's what I call the third rail. So I used to finance transit systems and train systems. So, a lot of these systems have two tracks that the wheels go on, and then they have a third rail that the power line runs on. And you get a train trap that flips over and sucks the energy from the third rail. So a lot of the things that really operate the third rail are very invisible. And for example, in central banking, to talk about tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3 capital at the BIS and the banks, there's nothing more boring. It's designed to absolutely.
I just fell asleep in the middle of that sentence.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. Right.
We should just say a while ago, the invincible hand. Who is actually running the world? Huh? Is it President Trump? No. No way, Jose. Is it Benjamin Netanyahu? Let's take a look at Prime Minister Brogard. Is Prime Minister Brogard the big boss in charge in Jamaica? A big fat? No, he is not. The Governor General, he's more powerful than Prime Minister Brogard. That is the reason why me not get involved in the back and forth politics, the PMP and the JLP. I don't get involved in that nonsense. No. Because I know really and truly the big boss in charge of Jamaica is King Charles himself. King Charles himself. And you think King Charles is a big boss over there in England? There's always a bigger boss. There's always a bigger boss. Always a bigger boss. Presidents only come around for certain terms. 2 terms in America. I don't know how many terms bro gotta go serve. Because them can always change the constitution so him can serve more terms. Right? But there's a secret hands at play. You know from when them a try control the entire world? When you think I just know? Them a try. But people keep on resisting. Let's continue. That is the explanation. I'm going to stop as we go, right? Because some of the things them we shall say, if you not really have the understanding, then I have to stop it and I have to explain it. All right?
Boring by design?
The way you're taught to talk about it is boring by design. But it's like the mechanisms of the legal system. If you look at the mechanisms of civil procedure or criminal procedure, it can, and you get into the weeds on it, it can be very boring unless you understand the application, and that can make it very interesting. But the capital, most people don't understand the capital's, sort of regulatory system. And yeah, it can get very, very boring.
Can you just, for people who haven't seen your previous talk, explain what the control grid is, what it looks like, and what it means?
So the control grid is a process or an infrastructure that allows digital technology to be used to assert phenomenal surveillance and control of people. And at the very heart of it is what I call programmable money. So it's money that is no longer just a currency. It's money that comes with a set of rules that can be surveilled and enforced. So imagine back in the pandemic.
Let's stop it right there. She's going through the pandemic, right? You hear what she said? Programmable money. You remember me said earlier, when you go at the supermarket, if you're a rebellious person, and you say one thing where the powers that be don't like, and you go there, you're hungry, you're starving, and you need to buy some food, and you go swipe the card, and the card say, you have been a bad boy, you have been a bad girl, no food for you today. That is currently in place in China. In China. I would may look at Jamaica and say, boy, Jamaica have light years to go. But really and truly, my people who don't know where them people are having store, you know where them people is doing. So don't be looking at, okay, because we may have little boardhouse here and little boardhouse there, that them not have the technology ready to roll out, even in Jamaica, land of food and water. All right, people, let's continue.
Pandemic, if your money, if I said, okay, you've got to lock down and your money won't work if you leave your house. You can't buy gas in your car because your money is programmed with AI and software to enforce a whole set of centralized rules. And programmable money allows the bankers who've been running monetary policy to now control fiscal policy and essentially replace legislatures and executive branch by making and enforcing the rules through the money. Now that requires
You know, hear what she said? We have to stop it and explain it, The woman say, if them tell you to leave your house, don't leave your house and you leave. then cut off your money. If them tell you if you take the joke and you not take it, them cut off your money. We're talking about your money where you work for, you know? Your money where you work for, them and go cut it off. And everybody, a lot of people may hear a clap and a rejoice for universal basic income. That is not a good thing. You just sit on a yard and you just get free money, so that is not a good thing. The government just give you money. At least if you go out and you work for your own, I don't know what the rules are going to be. Because if me go out and me work for my money and I'm in this system, you're going to just turn off my money because I don't abide by your rules and regulation. What a day upon Jajalania. What a day on Jajalan. No, sir. I've got to find some remote places to go. Yeah, and just live off the land and say to hell with all of this, yeah. Let's continue, my people. It's rough. It's rough. And if you work for somebody, it's going to be mandatory, you know, because I remember, you know, that those people, because right now, I don't go into an office to work. Okay? I don't go into an office to work. But certain companies, them say, if you not take it, you can't come back here. You can't come back here. So imagine this across the entire world. Across the entire world.
A large infrastructure of surveillance. So you need digital IDs, and then you need the hardware locally and globally to do the surveillance and implementation. So for example, if you look at the local hardware.
Big news, Mint just launched Home Minternet, 5G home internet for $30 a month.
And now people are seeing it, you know, now that it's material, they're beginning to see it snap into place. So I don't know if you know flock cameras, but there are many communities across the United States that are entering into contracts paid by the taxpayers to put up cameras all around their neighborhood that track license plates and keep that data and share it with a variety of people. Or you have the FCC is trying to overrule local controls on cell towers, so they can literally put cell towers every 400 to 700 feet so that they can have the kind of invasive surveillance you need. Or you have satellites now that can literally beam in Wi-Fi so that whether you have Wi-Fi in your home or not, they can start to track you. And all those systems put you in what I call the panopticon. So we saw in the Middle East with the first war with Iran, we saw 11 leaders out of 12 sort of top leaders in science and government assassinated because they're literally tracking everyone, and they can identify them and track them. And then you have invisible weaponry that can then take them out, or, you know, can identify missile strikes. So
let me ask you about, so you're talking about the 12-day war against Iran in June of 2025.
Correct.
We were led to believe, just as newspaper readers or news consumers, that those 11 Iranian officials were targeted with human intelligence, you know, that Israel had spies inside of Iran. But
all right, so we can stop that right now. So what they're talking about is this, right? I'm not sure if you guys heard, right? They were like a pager, right? Like all these officials had like pagers, right? And then the Israelis, they just set off the pager bomb, and all of them scientists, they just blow up and dead, right? So we're not going to drag out this live stream. We're up on like 40 minutes, right? And we're going to be back again tonight at 7 o'clock. Open phone calls where the members of the audience, all the subscribers, them can call in. And basically, most of the people, them are going to want to talk about Jaden Smith, right? As we did like couple nights ago, where you can just call in and talk to me like what would feel happen to little Jaden Smith, my people. And remember what the lady just said a while ago about the surveillance grid, right? You know, say Jamaica, the public don't really see it, you know. But you know, say the JCF, they do have a central hub where them can look on basically the whole of Jamaica. When you know that, when you go search it, when you go look on it, go look on YouTube and see if you can find that video there. When they were actually giving us a tour with all of the cameras where them have set up in Jamaica. Them probably well know and see Shanique, the wicked girl, picking up Jaden Smith right behind the back of Mega Mart. If them dig enough, then can find the wicked girl. Them can track Jaden Smith from the back of the Mega Mart when him pass that the light. Because Jamaica do have the capability. When you don't sleep on Jamaica, them have it. They have the capability, my people. All right, let's see. Let's look at the comment section right here. Good morning, my friend. Big up, Linda. Blessings, Yard Boss. All right. Yes, it's rough. It's rough. We just have to pay attention to what's going on. From a young guy, I think ever since I was young, I was always somebody who just tried. When somebody tell me something, I really just take it as gospel. I'm always questioning things. Nothing is wrong with that. That is survival of the fittest. And one life alone we have to live, And me always pray for long life. Yes, long life, not just long life, health, functioning brain, and make sure we can move about. Me always pray for that. And if you're going to survive, you have to know what them I do. What them I do. I don't live in a big city. No, sir. I don't live in a big city. Small community away from big city life. I'm a Kingstonian, Yeah, and yeah. All right, let's see here. No, nowhere like yeah. They can't wait to move back home. That's true. The battery is about to go dead here. Yeah, nowhere like yard, my people. Nowhere like yard. Let's see what Maureen said. What can go so? If D not accepted, they bomb up the whole country. Mighty God, enough people in Jamaica took it because them say, if you don't take it, then you have no job. Yeah, but we are putting everybody. I want to notice when the people them did I take it, how much people are dead? Yeah, what heap of people drop out, What heap of people drop out? I'm not a scientist. I don't know where them putting at that. Don't know where them putting at that, my people. All right, let me see if I can go up some more here. All right, greetings in Christ. U.S. not helping their citizens to evacuate. We pray people will know that they are on their own worldwide. Politicians are not shepherds. Yeah, them not even get no big, no long warning. They must get 24-hour warning say, oh no, seek shelter. In Pakistan, they were actually attacking the U.S. consulate in Pakistan. So if you're an American, if you're Jamaican and you're American, them not go bother you, But you just don't want to be the wrong place at the wrong time. If you're white and you talk like you're American, and you them want. Yeah, and if you live in America, if you live in a New York City, where you say now Chicago, LA, them big city there, them the city they are target. Okay? Because remember, them the people there, the sleeper cells, they are in America. And that is what the cable came out and say to the American public, but there's a lot of people not paying attention until it's too late. All right, big up Yard Boss. How are you? It's not even King's Charles, it's the Rothschilds and the Roman Italians. I didn't want to call those names, I did not want to call those names. Yes, so we have somebody inside of the Yard Boss community who knows exactly what is going on. The Roman Empire, wanna think it dead and gone? No, sir. It's not dead and gone. Certain names I don't want to call my people. I just point out and show you, say, the leaders want to think in charge, not in charge. Why are they pushing this digital thing here so much? Is it to make our life easier? Or is it to track us and control us? From biblical days, they might try control we, From biblical days, even the whole get up a morning time and go walk is a control thing. Get up a morning time, go report for your boss. The boss tell you when you can go up on lunch, when for come in to work, when for go on lunch, when for come back from lunch, and when for go your yard. Control. And now what they want to do now, they want to replace the whole of it with robot and AI. So robot do all of the work. And then we sit on our yard thinking this is this old utopian thing. And they might give you money a month time. But that the money there come with certain way you say now, strings attached. Do what we say or you lose your money, you can't eat, you're dead for hungry. So what you gonna choose? Try and get out of the rat race as fast as we can. That is our only option. Try and get out of the rat race as fast as we can. Live off the grid, solar panel, your own water, all of them things there. So you're not in the system. Have a piece of land where you can farm and grow your own produce. Yes, because sooner or later, all of this will come. But as we say, they have been trying for a long time, and these people are very, very patient. Very, very patient. Them got, because even if them come and them dead and gone, them are raise the next generation of cruel people, to come run the world, Yeah, because them are try from how long. And what if them are dead off? And the family member them just a come. Same way, with the same plan. Sometimes you think if them are alien or something to just always want to control the people them. Me not understand that. Good versus evil. Alright, Yard Boss, if Jamaica have all those cameras, then they can see who took Jaden. Of course. Of course. If Jaden Smith actually went into a car with the light there, if you go up and surprise YouTube, not YouTube, TikTok, I want to look on the camera, those are the cameras that the central hub can actually see. Clear as day. Clear as day, them can see. If Jaden Smith walk past there, so if somebody pick up Jaden Smith in a car, them see him clear as day. And them can actually see inside of the car and see who. But my people, I am going to be doing a video on Sister Carrie-Ann. One of our members, our subscribers in the Yard Boss channel sent me that recording of Sister Carrie-Ann, and I listened to it, my people. I listened to it. And it's so clear as the investigation goes on. It is clear as day. Clear as day. She is a true prophetess. I've never listened to it that in depth before. But when I listened to it last night, because remember me I investigating and I identify key figures. And the key figures that I identified is the same ones where she identified. She said it was wicked girl Shanique. It was another male. And she keep on repeating about the pastor. The principal. Yes. The principal. Mm-hmm. Another one of our subscribers gave me some information last night. I'm checking it out still. And I still have to talk to her to see what she would approve me of releasing. Mm-hmm. Yes. What she would approve me of releasing. Mm-hmm. So we're working. But yeah, man, I love Sister Carrie, and she is a real one. She's actually seeing things. All right, let's see here. Good morning, Yard Boss. Blessings to you. I love your eyes. You have big eyes. All right. So why are they taking so long to solve Jaden Smith case if they have all those cameras? Is either them want to do it or they don't want to do it, my people. That is it. Is either them want to do it. And we're getting resistance, We're getting resistance. We're getting resistance. But I do believe that the bloggers alone, the bloggers alone. And as I tell you now, I'm going to keep on praying for Andreen. Keep on praying for Andreen. Me I beg you, keep on praying for Andreen. All right, that's the mark of the beast. Anyone that it cannot enter, okay, anyone take it cannot enter heaven. We don't know a lot of Christians. You're talking about not the job. The job is not the mark of the. You're talking about the digital thing. We'd have to read the Bible and see what it say about the mark of the beast. We'd have to read and wonder if it's a thing like them say chip. Yeah, but is it literally chip? And what if people are gonna take it, Yeah, and what if people are gonna take it? Because they're gonna look at it as something that is easy, right? Yeah. It's gonna be a fight. Yard Boss, the Bible says Satan come to kill, steal, and destroy. Those people have the devil in them, and that's why they are warring, because they don't have Christ in them. Most so. Most some people. Most so. Yeah, you're gonna take your bomb and you're gonna bomb up a nation just because they don't want to listen to you. Real badness. Real badness. All right, my people. Please like this live stream, and if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to the channel. All right, let's take this one on. This is to take the heat off the SP. Oh, forgot kill off so much people. But eventually that is going to come out, Sometimes what them do is they'll wait until certain people dead off, and then you find out exactly what them do, where them dead and gone. But them the thing they always come out, because I don't think that is no national security, nothing. Anybody that is powerful now, if there's something detrimental in there with what you would call it now, Bill Gates or Trump, it's just a matter of time that will actually come out. Yeah. All right, my people. Take care. See you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Wow, good. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. I'm out. I am out.